Now, disturbing allegations tonight that 2 EMS employees neglected their duty, refusing to treat a patient who may have still been alive.
Those shocking allegations come from Cleveland police. Chief Investigator Carl Monday is probing a deadly decision tonight.
Hey, Jonathan? You're Jonathan, right? Carl Monday, 19 Action News.
Jonathan Goldberg is a Cleveland EMS paramedic. His mission? To save lives. But recently, did Goldberg and colleague Chad Urena neglect their duty, denying a man a chance to survive.
You had to be surprised when you heard that he had died.
Yeah, I was. I was kind of shocked.
But neighbor Jessica Schmidt wasn't nearly as shocked as the police who were called to Gary Hansel's Old Brooklyn home March 16th. No one had heard from Hansel in 3 days. At his home, no one answers the door. So police force entry.
We're on scene. We're going to kick in the door.
And call for EMS.
We need you guys to respond immediately.
Once inside, cops find Hansel lying on the floor. He's covered in feces and vomit. But he is responding, making hand gestures. He's clearly alive.
We have that male 50 to 60 years old. He's having trouble breathing. He is conscious, but he can't talk.
Police Lieutenant Mark Ketterer was one of 7 police officers on the scene.
Lieutenant? Carl Monday, 19 Action News. Just want to ask you a question about an incident on West 21st.
I'm really not going to talk about it. You really have to go through our chief's office for any comment.
The lieutenant reluctant to talk, but internal police reports we've obtained say Ketterer and other officers found Hansel still responsive, conscious and breathing, and very much alive. When EMS arrived minutes later...
He was clearly alive at the time you guys responded, right?
Oh, yeah.
Was he alive when you turned him over to EMS?
He was conscious, he was breathing, and he was communicating with the officers that were on scene.
But when paramedic Goldberg and EMT Urenas took over, things took a quick turn for the worse for Gary Hansel.
What condition was the body in? What condition was the victim in when you arrived? Was he dead or alive?
Not long after EMS arrived, Hansel was wheeled out on a gurney.
I live 2 doors down, and all you could see was white sheet over a body.
In a rare move, EMS paramedic Goldberg himself declared Hansel dead at the scene.
He was incontinent to everything, and his eyes are wide open. He's dead.
Okay.
I don't see as dead as any other patient I would pronounce dead.
Goldberg claims rigor had already set in, a claim Lieutenant Ketterer says is completely impossible.
Why the discrepancy?
I don't know why the discrepancy.
EMS Commissioner Ed Eckhart says an internal investigation has been done. His paramedics did nothing wrong.
What I can tell you, Carl, is that there is a specific protocol that the medical director provides for our personnel in the field under certain circumstances, and that protocol was followed.
But EMS's own protocol says a paramedic can proclaim a patient dead only after 20 minutes of life-saving treatment. By all accounts, including paramedic Goldberg's, that was never done.
I looked him over. I'm like, he's dead. We're not working this guy.
Jonathan, did you make any attempt, you or your colleague, to revive the victim?
Can't talk.
They're suggesting that that perhaps EMS, because of the condition of the patient, didn't want to resuscitate him. Is that possible?
No, that's if that was said, that's a ridiculous statement. The men and women of the Division of EMS take care of patients as if they were members of their own family, and under very, very difficult circumstances. So, no, that's impossible.
He says his men did nothing wrong, that they followed all the proper procedures here. You buying that?
It's inconsistent from what I've seen over the 30 years that I've been a police officer.
But maybe not for paramedic Goldberg. We found he was disciplined once before for initially refusing to treat another patient.
Why won't you talk to us?
Jonathan. Lieutenant Ketterer says Gary Hansel deserved better, and so do all the citizens of Cleveland.
The public deserves answers.
Carl Monday, 19 Action News.
We did try to interview paramedic Goldberg's partner, Chad Urena. He refused comment. The coroner's office says its autopsy report is not yet complete. We'll let you know when it is, as this disturbing story develops.